Yeah, go live button. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Big Bad Bench. My name is John, aka Big Bad Biologist, and today we're going to be working on this floppy drive. Probably that's about all we're going to be able to get to today, because I feel like poo, and also we are off to a terrible start before we even got started. So, as you can see here with this highly technical diagram that I drew of the floppy drive map for this thing, so there's two boards that have capacitors, boink boink, and then boink boink, boink boink boink. And I drew up a little map here. You can see we have 0.22 microfarad 50 volt caps, and I realized that I purchased 2 microfarad 50 volt caps. So that's kind of a but what we're gonna do is we're gonna move forward and use some 0.47 microfarad 50 volt caps. What could go wrong, right? So we'll try it. Looking at the caps, I think they're just bypass caps. They're not like in a circuit, so I think it should be okay. Obviously not ideal, but there might be some other issues as we go along. But let me say hi to folks in the chat. Oh, I gotta turn my soldering iron. Dave's Vintage Apple Tech, Retro Tech Tom, All Things DG, Eric's Edge is here, Francois Reval, Starbuck Tech, Trina's Techno Bible, Gut Bomb is here, Mr. Tech Gadget, Epictronics. What's going on, everyone? Thank you all so much for being here. Mr. Tech Gadget has been banging his head on an LC power supply for the last few days trying to identify the fault. I can tell you one of the LC power supplies that I worked on that was totally driving me nuts turned out to be that I didn't clean the board enough. And there's like a voltage sense circuit, and basically it uses a resistor to sort of figure out voltages. And I did not clean that part of the board off well, and the residual cap juice was changing the resistance and changing what the power supply saw. So it just cleaned up that little area, and then it wound up working. Okay, so who else is here? Takeshi Nakagawa. Hello, welcome to the channel. Toiletus is here. Yay. Yes, Trina, for some reason it didn't auto start. This is my second start of today's stream. You might have noticed we're a couple days late. Okay, so here we are at the back of the board where you can see we got our little fingers. And so here we need 22 microfarads, 16 volt caps. And we're gonna do, let's use some flux to make this look really nice since everything else is gonna look crappy. You can see the board cleaned up reasonably well. I gave this thing an ultrasonic bath. And so it's kind of okay, but we're going to see something kind of nasty in a moment here. Flow, you jerk. So all the minuses are connected across all the caps on this board, so that makes me think they're just bypass caps. And so I think it'll be okay to have, we're going to be over capacitance by about 1 microfarad. So hopefully that doesn't destroy anything, but I think the board has other issues as well. Gutbomb says, sorry you're not feeling well. Yeah, my knee is really messed up. I don't know if you've noticed, I stand when I stream. And so standing is kind of bad right now. So we'll see how far we get today. I think basically by the time we recap this bad boy and try it out, that might be at about my limits for today. Okay, so stripe tantalum caps goes towards pluses, and Gutbomb caught a sickness. He caught Pico Gust fever and a case of the blue scuzzy. When you put it that way, they really do sound like weird diseases. If you haven't caught blue scuzzy fever yet, what is wrong with you? They are such cool devices and have saved me countless hours in futzing around with instead of futzing around with old hard drives. So you can see when I do my soldering, I like to do one side first and then hit the other side. And we got nice shiny solder joints. Gotta have nice shiny solder joints. Are we not really in focus here? There we go, that's a little better. Starbucks says, time for a bar stool backup plan. Yeah, it's I made my bench my perfect height so that I could, like I like standing and working. Minus, 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 and you can see they're all labeled plus. So yeah, all those minuses are connected there. Dave says, I guess an 8-hour stream is out of the question. Yeah. I mean, on a good day, an 8-hour stream is out of the question for me because I don't have the stamina that Steve does. I don't know how, and you, Dave. Even Steve doing 2 hours. Like, at least Dave, you can kind of see it because you have, guests that can take over for a little bit if needed. But when Steve goes like 4 hours by himself, geez, I have not the stamina for that kind of thing. All right, so did anyone notice what's kind of bad here? Before I give it away. Yeah, Eric said 9 a.m. came pretty early for me today. Yeah, I don't know how you do those 9 a.m. streams, Eric. That's impressive stuff. Normally I'm only on like my third or fourth cup of coffee by that point. I would not have the mental fortitude. Oh, come on. This guy. So this is a 1 microfarad 50 volt. And there we go. This solder pad right there is kind of janky, so I'm being really gentle around that. Hey, Bacchus, how are you? Francois Raval says, the remedies are simple. Multi-IO card full of jumpers and spinning rust, 1 per hour. Yeah, that will hurt your spirits. So yeah, this variable resistor was very corroded, and let's see. Oh, actually, it's not bad today. All right, when I was working with it the other day, it was like loose. It was like totally flying around, and I think I got it back to where it was originally. So hopefully we'll be okay. All right, so now we need our wrong caps. We're going to use these 0.47 microfarad 50 volt caps instead of the 0.22 microfarad 50 volt caps. So yeah, we'll see. We will see. I'll be soldering on the balcony. Ooh. Bali Performer. How do you say his name? Is it Bali? I apologize. I should really know that by now. Bowl? Oh, and I forgot to do the thing that I do. Do your caps the right way, John. Come on, man. Mr. Tech Gadget says, if you haven't caught on to Blue Scuzzy, your machines aren't vintage enough. Yes. Do you even vintage, bro? Oh, look at that beautiful, shiny solder joint. Gotta appreciate the beauty in the simple things these days, folks. So if a shiny solder joint does it for you, I don't blame you. Capam always says bowl, okay? Okay, so that's this board. Now we got one more to do on the other board, and then we theoretically can reassemble this beast. Bacchus will send me a sound clip. The right way to say it. My stupid American tongue. I'm so bad at pronouncing things. Alright, let's switch to our other. Let's try to get in focus here. Oh, no, that's not. There we go. And it looks like I did not clean that off adequately. There we go. Now we're looking at a pretty solder joint. And we'll put the solder on the minus pad. And this one should be a 33 microfarad, 25 volt. These are big, big honkin' tants. Big honkin' tants. Bala. Ish. Okay. That one. Okay, there's that one. That should be all of our caps on this thing. I'm gonna leave that on there. The flux on there will come back and work on. I'll clean that off another time. All right. So which side does this go on? I'm assuming it kind of goes like this. Yep. We got a little connector there. And if you're joining this stream looking for how to recap a Mitsubishi MF, it's an MF 355W-99M3. Here's your little cap map. 22 microfarad, 16 volts here. 50 microfarad, or 50 volts, 1 microfarad here. 0.22 microfarad, 50 volts here and here. And then up here, we have 33 microfarad, 25 volt, 1 microfarad, 50 volt. Okay. So now we got a pile of screws around here somewhere, and we got to figure out where these all go. And I think, all right, I think these two go for the metal top. These hold that on, and so theoretically, we should have 3 screws holding the rest of this together. I only see places for 2 screws, So I've already lost something. Was there supposed to be one back here? Oh, right. There's this little guy up here. Right. Got our drive indicator, and that's held on by one. There we go. All right, found our screws. Whew. Okay, people, we're okay. There's one of our old caps decided to make a visit. Okay, that's that one. I like how they color code these, so you're sure that you know. Put the brown one in with the brown one. Okay, that should have been glued down somewhere, but it's okay. It's okay. We'll put that up here. Don't forget to include that. That's kind of important. And now we got some other things. Hey, did I put that in wrong? Yep. No. That goes up there. This. What do we got here? No, that just rests on top of that like that. Oops. Got to keep your insides on the inside and your outsides on the outside. Nope, that's wrong. What the heck's going on here? There we go. Now it's in there and it's level. Ooh. We're so close. Can't wait for the fire to start. Let's stick our stuff away there, and then that goes there like that. And then we got this. All right, folks, how are we feeling on probabilities here? Is this gonna work? Is it gonna catch fire? Or is it just gonna do nothing? Got by my mask, is this a 720 or 1.4? That's the nice thing about the IBMs. You can always tell. They put the little number on there for you. All Things DG says, what are the behaviors of floppy drives that need a recap? Basically, it seeks and it just doesn't do anything. So, yeah. It's just unusable. It's also possible, you can see this has the two screws. You could potentially adjust your 0 point on these. I don't know if that's going to be necessary or not. But let's see what happens. Oh God, oh God. Floofy Floof, welcome. All right, and you can see this whole system needs to be totally disassembled. I need to do some rust repair on this, rust prevention. Okay, so that slides in there. That's all nice. The other thing you can see here, so let's see if I can zoom in a little bit. Look at the ground strap for that hard drive. That's epic. Let's zoom in a little. There we go. So you can see for this model, I think for different IBM PS2s, there's different floppy drive setups. Oh, I just noticed that was loose. Maybe that's why that floppy drive wasn't working. There are 3 tantalums down here. Let's see. There they are. Look at those mean little tantalums. Those are the kind that like to explode. If we look here, we can see this side is pin 2, this side is pin 40. And so, gotta make sure to plug this in the right way. And these are not standard floppy drives in these things. They provide the power over the data cable. So yeah, you gotta be careful. And so then the other side of this goes over here, and then let's zoom back out. We have the connection for the external floppy right there. Okay, where'd my battery go? Even though my battery failed me, and again, so what I did here, this is a weird battery. I popped this thing open and I put 2 of the standard Mac batteries in here, and it was working for a long time, but I guess it gave out. But it helps to have something, even if it's not going to hold it for forever. Configuring your PS2 is always kind of a nightmare. Okay, let's get this thing going. Oh man, it would be so nice if this actually works. Because if this doesn't work, then we got some serious issues. All right. And of course, since we're working on an IBM PS2, we're going to use a real IBM Model M on this thing. Okay. What else do we need? We should find a mouse. I thought I had a mouse here somewhere. There we go. Let's use a nice yellow Microsoft mouse. Oh no, that's an import. That's not a PS2. Where did my PS2 go? I just had it here. Oh, it's in my drawer. How did you wind up in my tool drawer? That's a PS2. Again, that's a yellow Microsoft mouse. Let's just assume that this works and we boot right into Windows once we get this all configured. Again, the reason we need the floppy drive is because you need reference disks in order to configure your system. And so these are some reference disks that I have. I forget which one has all the stuff I need for all my stuff. But yeah, that's a 6-volt battery. Okay, so I'm going to put in our floppy. Okay, here we go. In 3, 2, 1. It's kind of hard to see if the... Oh, there it goes. It's seeked. Come on, baby. Dang. I think this is what it was doing before. Just kind of not doing anything. Okay. That's stupid. Let's try let's try the real. This is very precarious. Did I clean the head? Yeah, I cleaned the head. It's a good question to ask with this model in particular, because that foam just gets everywhere, the decomposing foam. See, now this one did something slightly different. This is super. This is why I love PS2s. And I did check these floppy disks in another computer just to make sure that the floppies weren't messed up. Sometimes hitting F1 does a thing. It's just hanging there. We got a flashing cursor, and I hear nothing happening. Oh, wait. I hear something happening. Maybe I just need to be a little more patient. Yes! Yes! Woot! Epictron, it says, sometimes it takes a little while for these drives to wake up. Yes, apparently it does. Alright, let's switch to this. So you can see all the glory of the 161 is battery error. Yes. Automatic configuration is being run. Come on, configure. I love you. The file you selected is being loaded. Please wait. Hopefully that found the memory card. I think the memory card was on this, the ADF. Uh-oh. Oh no. Remove. Oh. The ESDI drive just started up. Alright, so it did not find the memory card. It's telling me to switch. Let's see if we can get... Hey, I-80386SX is here. Come on, find it on that disk. Oh, it might have found it. Let's see. Ensure that the reference disk is in. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. I hear the floppy doing a thing. Let's see. Okay. So it sees that. It's not seeing that. Let's try another ADF disk. I have a selection. Oh, let's turn the electric back on here. You can see I have a stupid amount of PS2 things that I made over the years. Let's see if we can do this. Let's see if we can find it. Yes. Let's reboot. I think what I want to do, there's different versions of these. I think I want to try booting with another one and be a little bit more patient. Since these are 2 megs there. Did a full seek. Let's see. Is it going to actually boot the computer? See, it's not giving us an error message because it did the configuration, but it's not using the memory card yet. It's still angry. Still angry, bro. Let's restart. What are we, locked up? It's such an awful noise when it shuts down. Wait for it, and then we'll start it back up. Try to boot it with the newer version of the reference disk. Let's see if that works. Epictronic says the Model 80 reference disk needs an update file to work proper with many cards. Okay, so that might have been that other message that we got. Epictronics is kind of the expert on IBM PS2s. How many videos on PS and different PS2s do you have on your channel? It's a lot. What's our floppy disk doing? It's not lit right now. Hey, Callan. All Things DG says, I have a superstition about recapping where it feels like the device has to have some time to wake up surprised and go, what? I've been recapped? Well, hot damn. And it starts working. This thing's cranky. Oh, there it goes. Okay. It's booting with the newer version of the reference disk. So hopefully that'll solve its issues. I should also point out that if you ever have questions about IBM PS2 in general, first watch Epictronics' videos, but also Ardent Tool of Capitalism is an excellent website full of PS2 resources. Uh-oh. Let's do the configuration first. Okay. Why is it giving me... I don't know that error. The set configuration program could not install configuration programs on a fixed disk. If you have a fixed disk installed, return to the main menu and select Test the Computer. Let's see what our configuration says. Okay, so our memory expansion adapter is being seen here. It's seeing this. Yeah, Test the Computer was in the same menu. I think I'm going to skip that for now. Let's see. All right, there it sees our base 2 megs. Come on. Hey. Tech Ambrosia's here. Avidus Gazaran. This computer sounds angry. Do not talk to it. The perils of working on vintage computers. Tech Ambrosia says, the PS2 really feel like IBM computers. Stuffy, fussy, fiddly, and particular. Yep, exactly. Oh, yeah, so I'll be, I'm going to call you AG because I don't know how to say that all really well. We talked before earlier in the stream about how terrible I am at pronunciations. I'll be working on a 2SI PSU for AG. I don't know if we might do it one day this week, maybe on Tuesday afternoon. I'll do a emergency stream. Tech Ambrosia says, I'm a little afraid of the free PS2 80 that someone gave me. No, love that machine. Love it. It's a beautiful machine when it works. It's not seeing the rest of our RAM. Oh, it's just so cranky. Or fiddly, fussy. I can't believe we've been going for 42 minutes already. It took me 42 minutes to update or add some caps and try to boot a computer. Oh, IBMs. What's error 1080, 10480? Epictronics, you probably know these all off your brain. 10480. Yeah, the knee's not doing great. Uh-oh. That's what 10480 means. Fixed disk drive C error. Uh-oh. I really hope we didn't lose our SD drive. Uh, okay, that's fine. It's telling me that we have a configuration error. Let's run the configuration again. That's not correct. To terminate plastic. Let's control C. No, do not power off or reboot the system during this test. Jeebus. That's scary. Come on. At least the floppy drive's working. At least the floppy drive's working. We will take that as a freaking victory. Bucket says only 42 minutes? That's rookie numbers. Starbuck, the joys of working with old tech. Yeah. If I wasn't feeling so miserable right now, I wouldn't mind standing here and wait for a IBM PS2 Model 80 to boot. But, you know. Oh, speaking of nice floppy, as Dave just said, I don't know if anyone, while we wait for this thing to boot up, I don't know if anyone remembered how nasty this is the power supply out of that external floppy drive from last weekend. This thing was nasty. So this got an ultrasonic bath, and look at how nice and happy and pretty it is. So we'll be putting this back together at some point. I did not have time this week to clean up the rest of it. Just to remind you, this is kind of what that power supply looked like last week. Nasty, dusty corrosion. We found a bug that was actually living, so that's fun. Oh, Epictronics says the file you need to run is XGA-OPT. But I don't have the, I guess, does that update a lot of things? Because this doesn't have the XGA card in it. I'm really upset I sold my XGA card. Alright, Francois says maybe I'll stream a little later. Yeah. That 46 has been a nice system. I803866SX. If you look up persnickety in the dictionary, a picture of an IBM PS2 would be next to it. Yes, we know there's an issue. Let's run our configuration. What versions of this do we have? It says automatic configuration is complete. F3. This is 106. Don't know what that one is. 106, 106, 106. No, you didn't miss anything, Epictronics. This thing's still being persnickety. I like that word. did show the, I did show this all cleaned up, the power supply from the external floppy. We're not going to reassemble that today because I still have more cleaning to do. I've just been really slow this week. I apologize, everyone. And it's gonna complain. Alright, well, I think I'm gonna look up honorable mention the Compaq Armada 4120 as being persnickety. You do love your Compaq laptops, i80386SX. Yeah, it's not happy about our hard drive. That's sad. We need a blue SD. All right, let's try one thing real quick. Yes, we know. All right, let's pop out this SD drive or SD controller, and let's do a little experiment. Because I'm gonna do the thing that Epictronics said and go to Ardent Tool and get that XGA OPT file and do the thing with that. But one of the things I'd like to do is try this SCSI controller. Oh my god. So it's gonna not be easy to see, but there's some of that black goo in there. These things are just the friggin' worst. The black goo from the sound deadening material. You can see some in the front. And let's stick a blue SCSI on this, John, as we would say in Philly. This blue SCSI image is kind of wonky, so oh no, we're gonna disconnect that from there, so we don't have that. I'm gonna plug this in here. Call it SD to SD. Yeah. Because we need more of these kinds of things. And let's see, we got our termination on. Yeah. Let's see if this SCSI controller sees the blue SCSI. How fun would that be? This one's not even blue, it's green. This is one of my cheap knockoff blue SCSIs. Bought on eBay. No, I didn't. Okay. The configuration disk is still in there. Getting a configuration error. That's totally good. Look at this. Oh, this is disgusting. That's remnants of the foam on me. Yeah, I don't actually. Has Eric gotten the Wi-Fi to work on PCs yet? I don't know if it's working on PCs. The other features are. automatically configure the system now? Why, yes, I would love that. Okay. It's okay. We have 100 floppy disks that potentially have the ADFs on there. Let's try this one. Oh, this is such a pain. Nope, not on that one. You lose. Let's try this one. This one says just ADFs. Oh, an error occurred. Okay. Well, this is quickly becoming just a straight up meme. I think I'm gonna have to make a new reference disk with all the things I need on it so that I can at least alleviate one point of contention. Oh, come on. Where are you at? There's a joke here somewhere for you, Trina. There we go. PNP seems pretty great now, huh? Yeah, exactly. And Baucus bought a shopping bag full of SCSI ADB and local talk cables. Fun. I swear at one point this memory card was working in this system. All right, well, I am quickly losing my ability to stand. Let's see. Yes, we did that and it didn't work. So we are going to, will this show us the configuration? View configuration, that's what I want to see. Alright, yeah, it's saying unrecognized adapter. Anyway, so blah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a new reference diskette with all of the stuff on here that I know I'm going to need. And then hopefully this will be a little bit less of a pain. And I'll label it like new reference diskette so that I know exactly what that means. So we're gonna get out of here because my leg's about done. Thank you all for stopping by. I'll probably be doing a midweek stream this week, maybe on Tuesday afternoon. I like to do them around 3 o'clock, and we'll recap some 2SI power supplies. This is one that I looked at a few weeks ago that was probably the worst one I've ever seen. We'll try to get that working, and then AG sent me another one to work on, so we'll be working on that as well. Thank you all for stopping by. I appreciate the heck out of you, and have a lovely week, and hopefully I will see you all later. Make sure, check Ambrosia, are you streaming today? If so, go check out her stream. She's awesome. And then Dave is always streaming on Sundays, so definitely go check out that, and I will see you all soon.